What's happening? It's your boy ATC. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you fucking with my content. You feel me? And this time we got Zom 100, episode 6, Bucket List of the Dead review. Let's get started. Episode kind of start off with Akira and Kencho checking out some watches and rollies and end up getting a solid gold one. So you already know at this point, they living their childhood dreams. They like, shit, we couldn't afford this shit when we had jobs. We might as well snag these bitches. And now I got the gold rollie on my wrist, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? So they flexing. Which, like, you know, it'll knock another notch off of his list. So that was cool too. Now we moving on back to when they get seen at the house or they little pad at the moment. Akira get to noticing that they out of water and the power's out in the city. Like they finally ain't got no Wi-Fi. Like they batteries charging shit, but ain't no connection or nothing like that. And like food starting to run scarce, ain't no water, and it's more zombies than ever at this point. Thinking they really got to take things serious now and, you know, starting to really take it in. Akira get to looking up at the sky and he noticing shit, all the power's out, which means no lights in the city. But look at all the stars. They bright as fuck. Like all of them, they beautiful in the sky. So he basically get to thinking back like when he was a kid and shit like that. But then Kencho get to, you know, assuring him like, you know, I know you thinking about your parents, but they good, bro. Like we finna go see what they own right now. So basically that's the point in the plan from last episode to this one is we finna go see our parents or his parents. Next day they doing they packing and all that shit. Akira packing light like a motherfucker. He got a water gun and what looks like maybe a game system or a computer of some sort. Kencho, he packing all the essentials. My nigga got nail clippers, a camp stove, a cooking set. Man, this nigga even think about packing an extra pair of drawers just in case he get him some cat on the motherfucking way. You feel me? Like shit, he might see him a little baddie during the apocalypse. Like in episode 4, he got to get him, so he might come that time again. But after this, Akira and Kencho hit the highway and bro say he gotta have just one more thing before he go. And Kencho like a gun. He like, nah, nigga, shit, we need to be riding in luxury around this bitch in a chariot. So he thinking about picking up a RV so they can be riding good during the apocalypse. When Kencho and Akira get to the RV part, they end up running into Shizuka, the girl from episode 5 and episode 2 and shit. Like, yeah, the one Akira been going crazy about. Yeah, they ended up running into her here. Like, what a coincidence. Y'all already know Akira, he thinking it's fate at this point. He like, bro, this the third time we done met and then so soon. Like, I just saved your life from the fucking zombie shark. Now we already meeting up again. Like, great minds think alike. We trying to lead a city at the same time. My boy get to telling her like, shit, you know, 3's company's better than 2. Like, you might as well roll with us. Like, shit, fuck you mean? Like, ain't many of us left out this bitch. But she get to deny my boy again, saying ain't no benefit from joining up with y'all. But her and Kencho get to talking about like RVs and zombie flicks and shit. And before you know it, Akira and Kencho then convinced her ass like, look here. You done seen the ups and ups for following, going with us. You ain't got no license. We got the license. We know how to drive. 3 is better than 2. We can all keep each other safe. Like, come the fuck on. Quit playing. So they basically convince her ass into a yes, from a no to a yes. You feel what I'm saying? They get inside to the RV show where the cars and shit are, and they get to seeing some crazy ass cars. I'm talking about like motherfuckers got jacuzzis on them. They got champagne bottles in there waiting on you to get a sip on them and shit like that. Like just some luxury ass RVs. And these niggas, they like kids in a candy store, the way they get to acting all giggly about the RVs. And then bruh get the, you know, Kencho got to get naked at least once an episode. You feel me? Shizuka analyzing the RVs for the best one, and Akira and Kencho get to find one that's like 20 million. Like they riding in complete luxury. These niggas starstruck. They wanting to get this one, but she thinking like, shit, we need some durability, something that's gonna get in and out on the roadway since it's people and like zombies and cars probably littered every fucking where. So she thinking smart, while these two niggas thinking like, ooh, nice. Kencho and Akira desperately trying to convince Shizuka that it's worth the risk until she turn and see one that she really like, and then they get to laughing at her ass like, what the fuck? We knew it was about time you was gonna crack. She even got her favorite flavor up here. As they get to laughing loud and making all this noise though, shit, them niggas noticing like, fuck nigga, this zombies, they hearing that rah-rah shit, nigga, it's zombies around this bitch everywhere. They got us surrounded. So they hop in one and just take the fuck off type shit. And that's another one off the list, ride in the RV. So my boy is steadily just pinning these motherfuckers off as we go along during the story. Akira and Shizuka as they riding on the highway, and Kencho, he on a motorcycle, by the way. I had to mention that because it didn't show him getting on the motorcycle, but he's on the motorcycle while these two is in the RV. But they get to discussing the zombie virus and how it's affecting things. And since there's no one on the road, They basically got clear passes. Like they just driving on the highway at this point. As well as a possible cure could be in the works with more analytical data took down and studied and shit. That's basically what she get to telling Akira, but she see how passionate he is about asking, so she, you know what I'm saying, she got that hope in her eyes. Kencho and the gang decide to stop and get a quick bite to eat at a truck stop before leaving because everybody hungry before they head out to Gunma, but they end up getting stopped by spikes in the road, and Kencho fall off that bitch like a whole little motorcycle wreck, and Shizuka and Akira get out to check that shit. Now this shit funny. To his surprise, it's his chief from work, Kosugi. Now we ain't seen this dude since episode 1, but this motherfucker was the dude that was slapping his hand on the desk talking about some, you need to get your ass back to work. I ain't trying to hear that shit. That nigga was slapping that shit till his shit was bleeding. But yeah, this motherfucker of all people you run into in the apocalypse. So that's just some bad fucking luck and bad timing. Like, bruh, your boss from your last job that was on your ass hounding you that you ain't know what to say to, you run into this nigga during the apocalypse. Like, what the fuck? Dude got his whole baseball attire on, saying to Akira, like, where you think you going? You skipping on work? Like, dude got the same attitude that he had before the zombie apocalypse. Like, what the fuck you think you doing? Better get your ass back in line, boy. What the fuck? Then we see a flashback, basically what I just said, of Kosugi getting on Akira's ass, and like he got that look on his face, like what the fuck, bruh. It turns back to present day, and bro can't even breathe. Like he having a burning sensation in his chest. He can't open his mouth. Like cat got your whole tongue around this dude. Kosugi like, I'm gonna help y'all and get back on y'all's way to get back to rolling, but that nigga got that demon look in his eye. He like, but shit, you gotta work for me, my boy. Like shit, Akira in whole full meltdown mode. My boy sweating. He don't know what the fuck to say, what the fuck to do. He get to think about them nightmares from work, nigga. And not just like 1 hour of work or 2 hours of work. Nah, this nigga said you gonna have to work for 2 days. So we already knowing there's some type of catch to this shit. Like it's gonna be something other than 2 days. Like something going on. Shizuka already caught on, y'all motherfuckers. Like she already know y'all trapping motherfuckers and making them help y'all and then working the shit out of them, and that shit just crazy as fuck. So she an analyst, like, so you can already tell she's seeing that they running games as soon as she see their ass. But Akira gives in and decides to help since Kencho in bad shape from falling off the bike, and basically is zombies coming up from behind them and shit. They got him trapped in. Basically, we gonna make y'all help us type shit. Ain't no asking. So he ended up saying, like, I'm gonna help, with the saddest look on his face, like, fuck. We gonna call this place Kamisato, because that's the name I seen, like, as it was going through the episode when he was showing them, like, the little place. But this is basically Kosugi's own little community. He get to telling Akira, like, I'm gonna need you to help with the loading dock, reinforce the barricades. He's saying it's some simple work, but why all the workers look like they slaves? These motherfuckers look like they've been trapped. They can't come home. It look like just like at the job from episode 1. It's the same shit. Shizuka bandaging up Kencho. He blaming himself, but she letting him know, like, it ain't even all your fault. But they both hoping this shit in 2 days, because she got that look on her face like, nigga, I don't know. Akira working his ass off though. He think he finna do something nice. He see everybody out there hard working and shit, so he like, fuck, new day, new me. Shit, I see some beer over here. Let me put that shit in the fridge, man. Everybody need a cold brewski. But lo and behold, who the fuck come up from behind? Kosugi come lurking. He got that look in his eye. And this nigga walking around menacing as fuck with a fucking baseball bat. Like he ready to crack some legs, nigga. Like, what the fuck? He like, Akira, what the fuck you think you doing? Akira getting cold feet, hard to breathe, speaking hard in the motherfucking shit. So he get to telling him, like, I thought I was just gonna help out and get some people some cold beer. Dude was like, yeah, that's what you get for thinking. Soon as he get to firing Akira up, lo and behold, his goons come and they like, shit, we ain't know you had fresh beer for us, boss. He get the switching that shit up real quick. Oh yeah, I had Akira up in here helping me out, cause they like, shit, you been giving us the cheap shit. You got some cold, good, high class brews up in here. You been holding out on us, boss. So they happy. But I like how the dude switched that shit up real quick to make it seem like he was the good guy, and got everybody all thankful and cheering. He telling everybody they finna get a cold one. Spun that shit quick. This motherfucker make a speech thanking people and shit like that. But it's really like the speech he make is really making it seem like, yeah, y'all ain't finna be going nowhere. Ain't gonna be no 2 days of work, bitch. Y'all finna be in this bitch forever, nigga. It's a goddamn training camp, nigga. What the fuck? Kosugi even got zombies pulling trucks and shit, calling them equipment. Akira already thinking like, what the fuck, this motherfucker's crazy. He finna do this shit to people next. And then as he like, well, that's what I thought he was thinking. As he thinking that shit, he literally telling them like, they just equipment. You're just equipment. All you here to do is to take orders like these fucking zombies. So he's steadily beating them down with words, calling them worthless, all type of shit. Like the best shit he can do is take orders and be a zombie, a piece of equipment. Bro even went as far as to say you should labor away and drink warm and cheap beer like some fucking dog piss. Bro, that's fucked up, bro. Motherfucker tried to sweeten it and said occasionally getting an ice cold beer. Like, motherfucker saying all type of shit. Got Akira feeling fucked up. Switch back over to Kencho. They wondering like what's going on with Akira. Like they thinking. He asking her, did you notice a change in Akira when he seen his old boss? And Shizuka get to explaining and at the same time using her understanding skills to say that you never forget the feeling of being in fear and being in control by your boss or somebody that's over you like that. So you never forget that feeling. So when he came in contact with his boss, that's why it froze him up like that and he couldn't speak and shit. But we switched back over to Akira, and at the end he looking like a fucking whole slave like for Kosugi. And that shit crazy as fuck because it showed like a little clip of the zombies pulling the truck, and then it flips back over to show a clip of him holding the boxes, sweating like a motherfucker. So it's you can tell that it's wanting you to clearly see at this moment in time. It's like he's right back at his job in the first episode. That's how this shit got him feeling. So this episode was fucking crazy, man. I gotta tell you, how I'm gonna rate this shit. I'm gonna rate this shit a 10 out of 10 for sure. But I was surprised as fuck to see the boss. I thought it was just gonna be like some random crazy ass person, but nah, I was not expecting to see the Kosugi dude, the boss, slapping his hand down, Mr. Get your ass back to work. I was not expecting to see that dude. But also, this episode made me feel extremely bad for Akira. Like, my boy, you gotta get the fuck up out of this fucking slave camp, dog. They gonna try to keep you there forever, my nigga. Like, Shizuka and Kencho, they ain't really working right now because she tending to him. But, my boy, they finna try to keep your ass at work, so you gotta get the fuck up out of here. Also, I would like for them to show, hopefully they do, about Shizuka's background, because they kind of flipped to it a little bit when she was showing her understanding for Akira and shit like that. So I'd like to see a little bit more on her background or something like that. But yeah, like I said, 10 out of 10 for me. I was enjoying episode 6. I had some laughs. I had some shocking moments. I had some what the fuck type moments. And yeah, man, it was a blast. I can't wait to see episode 7. We've been dealing with some delays and shit like that, but it's all good. I'm enjoying it as it rolls out. And I hope y'all are enjoying these reviews as I'm giving them to you. You dig what I'm saying? Let me know down in the comments how y'all are feeling about this. You know what I'm talking about? Like, comment, share this with everybody. You feel me? And as always, one love, two peace, and we out. Till next time, you dig? For sure.